Okay everybody, today's July 25th, 2017, and I was able to pick up the new Basic Fun 07, which is a re-release of the original 01 Pac-Man from last year. And basically, there's a couple of changes. The most striking from the first appearance of it is the case itself. You can see the case, they use pretty much the same side art, which you can see here, which is nice. It looks a little bit more like an arcade. It's a little bit thicker. It's kind of like they just took this and kind of extended it out a little bit more, which is fine. You still have the on-off button and sound here. Now, one thing that I already don't like is they took the joystick from the center, which was fine, and put it on the left-hand side. Now, when using like an NES control or Sega Genesis pad, you do use your left thumb to do the actions. But when using a joystick, I tend to use my right. I think most people do as well. Now, when using the original version here, it was kind of fine. You can hold it like this, and you would move your joystick. And left people can move it with a joystick. So it worked kind of either way. But now with the joystick like this, it's very different. You have to hold it this way, but when I'm using a joystick, I want to use this hand. I want to go this way. And the joystick's not in the middle, so now I have to do it like this, which is, as you can see, kind of stupid. But now I'm kind of forced to use my left hand, and I'm not a fan of that at all. There was better choice having it that way than doing what I did here. Now I kind of know why they did it. Maybe they're new. Again, the Centipede and the Q-Bert have a similar case design, and they're kind of using the same stick. Which brings me to my next issue is in the original release of the Pac-Man, you can see the joystick here is just a circle. So you can move the joystick in any way you want. And when you're playing Pac-Man, I know it's a maze, but you don't go up, down, left, right only. You kind of are going left and you kind of move it up, move it down. You're kind of more fluid with your directions. Now, I can tell you right now, I'm not a fan of this at all. With Q-Bert, I understood it. Q-Bert, you have to go on an angle, diagonal, so you want to be able to lock in those modes. That was fine. But in Pac-Man, forcing me to simple four selections here actually made the playability really go down, number one. Number two, the joystick is stubby, like it was before, but the joystick throw seems to be much further. You can kind of see here, it really goes down. So it's actually hard to really make sure you're getting your Pac-Man to go. The directional pad being locked in, the four modes, the far throw, and also being on the left-hand side. So this, I think, would have been a much better machine if they kept the joystick in the center and did not do the four-way lock. The long throws is probably fixable. I'm sure I could put a washer down there and fix that. But again, this maybe looks a little bit nicer, but I also like this design too, so that's up to an individual. But I can tell you right now, if I'm playing this, that joystick is a lot better than that joystick in all the ways I just described. So that already, to be honest, made this not fun to play. This is hard to see, which makes this not fun to play. This you could see, it's got a nice screen, we'll get to that in a minute, but the joystick position, the four-way lock, and the long throws makes it very unplayable to me. It should be, Pac-Man was a very fluid game, you moved around the maze, that makes it really difficult, and I'm harping on it, but that's how bad that is. Now the Frogger, the new Color Frogger uses the center joystick, and that I also said was pretty good. Why they did this, I have no idea. Now as far as even the boxes themselves, it's basically looks the same. Obviously we got a new color screen on this box and it's a larger box. But the absolute rest of the two units here, let's get them back far enough so you can see them all the way. They did a nice job. The back's the same. The one difference is the old black and white version used 2 AA batteries, which are included. The new version uses 3 AA batteries, which are also included, although when I bought mine, the batteries were already dead. That's brand new, so someone at Basic Fun or somewhere was playing it, the demo mode, an awful lot to kill those batteries. And you can see they put, the top is black here, where, this one was not. But I'm going to put on the original one for a second, and I'll let you know whether you can see the screen. Again, I've already done a review of this already. You can look down below and find that. But I'm going to turn on just a demo, just to show you the screen. So that's it. That's when you're playing in black and white. And again, it's not bad and direct and good, really good light, but there's a lot of ghosting. If you ever had the original Game Boy as a kid, you'll know that the ghosting effects can really detract from the game. Now that's not going to be the case with this one, so let's turn this one on here. We'll do the, I have to actually turn it on now because I've already pulled out the strip in the back. So let's turn it on. And you can see it's got a really nice screen. Now I am probably going to take one of these apart and take this screen and put it in that. Why? Because that joystick is good, that joystick sucks. Good, sucks. I'll say that again. But the screen, as you can see, is really nice. And the sounds, again, the sounds on both of them are spot on. They really did good with the sound effects. I do like the box art on here. And the screen, let's turn it back on. The screen does look good. So let's press the, and also there's a mode button here. So just like the old Pac-Man and the old Coleco version of Pac-Man, there's two modes. There's a regular Pac-Man mode and there's a Chase the Dots mode. So we're not going to play that one. We're just going to hit start. And again, I'm going to try and do this. But again, you really got to push all the way to get the Pac-Man to move. You really got to go the whole way. And it's in 4 separate directions. So it's really a pain, to be honest, to do that. The throw is actually so far, you actually hit the plastic when you're pressing some of them in certain directions. Again, that really detracts from the game. I think it'd be a lot more fun and a lot more playable if the joystick wasn't such a mess. And I mean, you may have a different opinion about it, but I'm usually pretty forgiving on the controls. But I'm really unhappy with this joystick in its entirety. I am going to try and modify it and see if I can get the throw to be less than this huge thing. And I'm probably going to end up mitering out and taking this little notch out in here. But as far as going to the center, that'd be a bigger undertaking, and I guess it wouldn't match the decal. But you know what? That's something else I may just do because it's that annoying. But I just wanted this to be a really quick run through of this game. I do like the look. I do like the screen. I do like the sounds. I do like the overall package. Don't like that joystick. That's all I have to say about that. So I'll try and do a longer, better review later on down the road. But I just wanted to give you a quick overview in case you guys are wondering if you want to pick this up. Again, I still think it's worth picking up. It's still neat to have. Not neat to play though. That one's actually more fun to play, hard to see. That one's better to see, not as fun to play. My 2 cents worth. Remember everyone, thanks for watching, and remember, game on, and look for a longer review coming soon. Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.